Hello and welcome back to War Sales. Alright, so I have actually found out that there is an eligible, possibly an eligible person that we might be able to marry here. As you can see, we have Garatops. He is the leader of the clan, so I think I'm going to need to speak to him. I actually initially thought that I'd have to speak to Kalitos here. Now, he is the father of Martira, who is indeed the lady in question. And I thought I'd have to speak to him, but this is actually not the case, surprisingly enough. I'm actually really weirded out by that, to be honest, because I thought to myself, oh yeah, we're going to need to, you know, we're going to need to speak to the father of the potential lady, but that is not the case. So, as you can see right here, if I actually go and speak to Kalitos right now, you can see if I go here, it just says I have a proposal that may benefit us both, and so on and so forth. I'm actually going to give him some money because he has none. Going to give him 260,000 or something like that. But yeah. So I'm going to need to find Garatops, and I know for a fact because I literally just left. Omor over here, Garatops is here. He is literally right here. He is joining this army. So this is a fantastic situation. I actually marked this village as well because that's where this guy was. And I was looking for him this entire time. So yeah, I'm very, very pleased that we might be able to do... Okay, yeah, we're going to have to just choose whoever gets this. I guess we'll just give it to Thule. I mean, he's obviously fantastic. He does a very, very good job. So might as well just give it to him. Okay, so the question is, are we going to be able to do this? I hope we will be able to. Garatops is right here, I think. He's in... Yes. He's in the army right here. That's fantastic. Okay, so let's see if we can actually do something... Wait a minute, where are they? They look to be in the ground or something. That icon was in the ground. Anyway, we're going to go and speak to this guy. Oh, no. Are you seriously leaving? You absolute imbecile. I do have herding, a slight herding problem right now, so that's a bit of an issue. Alright, so I still haven't caught up with him. I have no idea how he's this fast, but there you go. Apparently he is, and they're actually going in for a siege right now. Let's join the Really? Okay. Oh no. This is bad. Okay, this is very, very bad. I guess it's actually not too bad because we do get the opportunity to join in a siege. But I really ideally wanted to just speak to Garatops here because I really just want to get the marriage actually completed and see whether it's even possible, because if we can do it this way, we'll then have a much greater shot of actually having an heir, and then that heir will hopefully inherit some of our skills, and you know, we'll hopefully have a grand old time as a result of that. But as it is, it looks as though... Am I leading this? Oh, I'm actually leading the siege. Okay, that's kind of interesting. Weirdly enough, they actually built the siege ram. Should I just do what the AI does normally and literally just let them just let them build these things? I'm not sure. I feel like maybe that's a good idea. I mean, the funny thing is the Northern Empire, they're probably going to have an absolutely terrible time, let's face it. They will probably be completely and utterly outmatched because we've got a very, very strong army here. We shouldn't have any issues whatsoever. We've got loads and loads of offers of peace from various people on the side there as well. I've just been ignoring those for the most part. Yeah, let's just get these up. And I think should we just go for the... No, you know what? I'm going to do this a little bit more strategically for a second. I'm just going to try to destroy the various siege that they have. I'm not going to be spending an inordinate amount of time on this. I'm going to just go, you know, very, very simply here. Just going to be like, oh yeah, I'll just destroy, you know, every single catapult if I can. Can we just destroy that last one there? Thank you very much. Okay. And now it's nighttime. Oh, of course. Now it's nighttime. Yeah, that's loathsome, isn't it? That's absolutely loathsome. Okay, can you please just destroy that last catapult, please? Just that last one. Thank you very much. Okay, that is literally all we needed. Okay, you see what I mean about the siege engines, by the way? They are so funnily inaccurate in the most funny way, because it's literally like, okay, yes, I need you to just focus on these catapults, please. Just focus on those catapults. And then all of a sudden, they're like, no, I'm going to miss, or I'm going to focus on the walls. And that's it. And it's so funny, because if they would just focus on the catapults, then eventually it would be in a, you know, we would be in a situation where you wouldn't even have to worry about actually, you know, just splitting your time and dividing your focus between two different targets. You know, it makes no sense. So yeah, it would be very, very nice if we could actually get that I don't know, get that target acquisition or target priority for the siege engines. That would be so amazing. Anyway, we are going to have these guys move to the walls, because obviously we don't have the walls down or anything like that. It would have taken us a little bit of extra time to get the walls down. Maybe it's worth it, but there's only 500 people here, so it should be relatively easy, right? Shouldn't it be really, really easy for us? I'm not going to actually go up the siege tower or anything like that. I am actually going to go in the front gate if I can. Wait, are these enemies? No, these are not enemies. What? Why did I think they were enemies? It's because I took damage. I was like, what? Wait a minute. Why am I taking damage? Why are all my forces literally wanting to come in here? Do they want to do the same thing that I'm doing? That's kind of strange. Alright, well, I'm just going to let them do this. There we go. Nice. Now we can go inside. Now I'm going to get killed by a nice little rock from above. Almost 100% on that, isn't it? Okay, I'm just going to be very, very careful here. Just going to try to move away as much as possible. Good. I mean, the axe is for something, isn't it? The axe is for chopping wood. And oh, they actually killed themselves. They killed their own people. That was fantastic. Okay, love that. Love that. Okay, so now we can literally just make our way in here and do absolutely massive damage, and we have nothing to worry about whatsoever. This is great. Oh, yeah. This is... You know what? I'm going to say it right now. This is actually very... I feel underrated. I feel like it's underrated right now. I'm not sure. I mean, I feel like this is a pretty nice way of sieging. And it's so funny because I actually never do it this way. I never ever siege with actual siege engines, as in I never do the siege tower. I never do the battering ram, because most of the time what you're trying to do with these things is you're trying to prevent yourself from building ranged siege, so that it's a lot easier for you to, you know, spend less time outside bombarding the walls. Obviously, you don't really want to bombard the walls in a situation where you're about to get ambushed or something like that. You know, that's going to be pretty bad. So if we could actually, you know, do this more often and actually bombard the walls just enough to eliminate the enemy's catapults, then we have a surefire way of getting into the keep. It is literally impossible for us not to have troops inside the walls. And I think that's quite staggering, to be honest. And this is something that I don't really... I have not thought about this at all. Like, as I said, this is not a strategy that I actually use pretty much ever. And I think it's quite surprising how good it is, actually. Yeah, because from my perspective, I feel like there are many better ways, or I felt like there were many better ways to perform in a siege, you know, to do certain actions to get you the best possible result. And obviously, for the most part, it very much depends, and this is one of the, you know, strategy / tactics things that you personally have to choose. You know, what's best for you? What do you personally prefer? You know, because that's what it actually comes down to, right? At the end of the day, it's all about your own personal choice. So, thinking about that, do you really want to invest massive amounts of time destroying the walls? You know, destroying the walls, that is indeed a pretty big time expense, and you can do that. Obviously, you can do that. That's you know, it's your choice. That's your choice. And then that inherently has the danger of enemies coming along and basically being like, "Oh, I'm sorry, you're not allowed to besiege our walls," and then attacking you with, you know, 5,000 people or something like that. Now, that's obviously one option. The other option, and I'm talking about starvation, right? I'm talking about taking down the walls. I'm talking about starvation. I'm talking about basically making it the easiest it possibly can be. That is one option. That's going to literally cause you to spend massive amounts of time, and it's going to be pretty decent effort as well, to be honest. So that is obviously going to be a pretty, well, as I say, very time expensive. And in a way, because we're playing on fast mode, it's actually causing us a much greater disadvantage than if we were to do this particular strategy like you see here, where we do have to deal with the enemy's garrison. I mean, that's kind of harsh in itself. I mean, dependent on what they have, obviously. Like, just think about it. If they have, I don't know, 80 Nord Huskars, or, you know, Vlandian Banner Knights, or some other noble-based unit, if they have a bunch of those in a critical mass in the garrison itself, in the garrison composition, then that's going to be pretty harsh. You know, that's going to be a difficult thing for pretty much anyone to deal with, dependent, obviously, on the siege layout. But apart from that, you then have, you know, half and half. So basically, you destroy the walls, you don't bother to starve out the garrison. And then, you know, obviously you could also do the other thing. You know, you could also do the other thing where you just build the siege towers, and then you starve them out through that, and then you just go with the siege towers. But that's, again, I think the operative word most of the time when we're talking about this is the starvation mechanic. And starvation, it takes a long time, you know, as we've seen. It takes a long time to pretty much do anything with that. And I think that is the primary reason why we may want to switch our strategy a little bit. Hello there, sir. Yes, there we go. Yes, hello there. I'd like to propose an alliance. My own hand. Yes! Oh, it's actually working. Okay, here we go. Very good. Yes, very good. Okay, so I will be... He has 1 million... Wow, he's got a lot of money right there. He's got a lot of money. Okay, so apparently he wants no money whatsoever. I guess this is what happens when you have a significant amount of relation, right? Probably. And there we go. So we actually had a marriage here. I gotta say, I feel a bit uncomfortable doing this. But that is how it was, right? I mean, back in the day, I don't know, kind of. There's not, I mean, I say back in the day. Literally, what, 300 years ago? Or however, when is this? What is the realism, the date for this? I don't know. Anyway, there you go. That is it. We did it. Fantastic. And yeah, we finally have a spouse, which is amazing. So now what we can do is, well, she's joined us, right? I mean, she should have joined us, right? Yeah, there she is. Okay, so what we're going to do, she has terrible skills, by the way. I mean, she has steward skill, and that's pretty much... Oh, no, actually, she has engineering skill. Okay, sorry. Sorry, Martira. I almost insulted you a little bit too much there. But yeah, she actually has really, really good skills for what she is. You know, she's got 100 in combat skills. She's got 124 in tactics. That's going to come in mighty handy. It would be amazing if we could make her into our scout, if at all possible. Obviously, if I die now, we can play as any of these people. So obviously, Ferger and Alder, they're both relatively old as well. Kind of. I mean, you can see here, he's got actually really good trade skill now. He has 200 trade skill just because he's been trading this entire time, basically. And Alder, of course, is amazing in regards to her medicine skill. She's got good throwing skill too, by the way. Good throwing skill, good riding skill, all that stuff. So generally, if Borgar dies, we will have a little bit of work to do in regards to leveling up our forces. But I feel like, I don't know, I feel like that's kind of a... I don't know. I feel like that's kind of like not a big problem. And I said leveling up our forces, didn't I? Yes. And I didn't mean leveling up our forces. I meant leveling up our forces. Leveling up our forces? No. Yeah, not leveling up our forces. Our skills, of course. Our skills. Okay, so the question is, are we going to be able to actually interact with any of these people? It is highly, highly unlikely. You know what? As I said to you beforehand, I feel like it's a good idea for us to split off here and actually try to go for Saniopa. We've taken this now, as you can see. Let's actually see who's going to get it. They want me to have it? That is not going to work. I'm going to give it to Zalata, I think. We'll see if we can maybe get her some additional fiefs or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, hopefully it's going to only take a day or so. Yep, there we go. Martira has now joined us. This is fantastic. Okay, so now this is the deciding factor. This is like the big moment right here. Are we going to procreate? That's the question. Are we going to do that? I know I'm being very romantic right now. But yes, there we go. That is indeed the big thing now. This is the big thing. I don't know really what to... The big event. There we go. That's how we can kind of describe it, I suppose. And, whoa, this is a significant garrison here. Okay, this is going to be a problem. 5 days. Ooh, maybe it's actually all right. Maybe it's actually a little bit better than I thought. Oh, they're taking Ataconia Castle. Okay, so Iltus is going to take Ataconia Castle, and we are attempting to take Saniopa. What? Wow, look at this, look at this. Literally, they got busy immediately. Okay, that's very, very nice. Very good. I am very pleased about that. We have to be a little bit careful here, though. Oh, 59 Palatine Guards. They're going in. Okay, I am going to quit the siege.
Halt right there.
Because we're going to be doing damage against all of these vassals. This is what we want. We want them to be as extremely diminished as possible. And so what we're going to do is we're going to try to deal with the vassals separately, and then we'll resume the siege after that. Bear in mind, they only have 4 days worth of food. So this is a very, very good advantage for us. We have a very good amount of people that we can count on to potentially get eliminated. You know, food supplies being what they are and everything, hopefully that's going to be good. Otherwise, let's move on. Let's go over here. This is going to be a little bit difficult, I think. I should have actually equipped my spear, but I always forget to do that now. I guess it's not too bad. I mean, I'm getting a little bit better at using the axe on horseback, so I don't think we really need to worry about it too much. But the spear is easy mode. So it would actually be very, very nice if we could end up using that a little bit more, but I guess it's all right. Let's see if I can actually do some damage with this thing. Nice, nice. I mean, these guys are not even worth me killing, to be honest. What? Oh, no. I feel sorry for these fellows right now. They're using Lake Rat. They're using the Lake Rat minor faction mostly here, which is hilariously undergeared. They are not very good, unfortunately for them. So this is going to be kind of interesting. Not sure if they're even going to have the ability to do anything to us. It feels like probably not. So it's going to be a bloodbath. It's going to be one of those situations. I mean, literally look at what they have in terms of cavalry. I mean, they do have a couple of cavalry here that might actually be somewhat decent-ish. But yeah, you can see here, we're just going to put our guys into... Should I put them into shield wall? I'll put them into shield wall, put my archers behind, like so. Don't really like putting my people into shield wall against weaker forces. I feel like it's kind of a waste of their aggression, waste of their advantage, basically. But maybe we can reduce the amount of potential casualties we may take. That could be the way to go. Let's move my forces into these guys. Yeah, they've got thrown weapons as well, which is not exactly great. That's the reason why I generally don't like being super defensive against someone like this. I mean, you can see here we are actually murdering them with archers as well, which is hilarious. And I think, I don't know, I think it's okay to go defensive here, but it is very much slowing us down. But I guess generally, if we weren't to be in shield wall, we would probably be seeing some casualties round about now. We would probably have seen them already, so I think it's actually kind of decent. I guess that's fine, right? I guess that's okay. And now if I can just do some damage here, we'll be pretty happy. There we go. Nice, nice, nice. And then we can do something like... yeah, no, not too bad, not too bad. And I think we're actually fine here. I mean, have we taken any casualties at all? I don't think so. Okay, I'm just going to charge my people in now. Going to charge our cavalry too, because we do actually have some of those. They're probably going to retreat, all things considered. I really don't see them continuing this. There's 120 people, and they've literally not killed any of us apart from 2. So they are not looking very good right now. And if I run in here and actually do damage, and actually kill a number of people with my two-handed, we're going to be triggering terror as much as possible as well. That's obviously the perk that is extremely, extremely nice. Unfortunately, oh dear. Yeah. Yeah. That is, that's the reason why you probably don't want to run into a bunch of archers. Yeah. If those guys were thrown weapons, I'd be dead. So, yep, there's that. Okay, so, yeah, we should be absolutely fine here, though. Obviously, as you can tell, we still have lost, we lost basically no one, which is very, very nice. Do I have some throwing weapons still? Yes, I do. Okay, I'm going to try to use some. Yeah, I mean, this is not really... Usually, this is the thing with throwing weapons. You have so little that you really want to try to maximize their value, right? So, what is their value? That's the question. Well, it's because it's high damage, right? High upfront burst damage. That is ideally what you want every single time. You want to try to target a high tier unit, and that's it. You literally just want to target an enemy vassal, a cavalry member. Basically anyone that is a significant threat needs to get javelined, and that's it. That's how things are going to really work very, very nicely for everyone involved. And there you go. We actually did manage to do it. That is great. Okay, look at that. And what's great about this is that we didn't have to fight the garrison. I was kind of worried about that, actually. Now we can literally just... Now we can execute everyone, right? Right? Should we just execute everyone? Because we're married, right? We're married with you know, with potential for loads of children, right? Isn't that true? I think so, right? So I think actually, you know what? Wait. Let me just err on the side of caution a little bit here, because I'm a bit worried that maybe she's going to die or something like that, or maybe something's going to happen that will prevent us from benefiting from this marriage. So I'm going to be a little bit cautious, a little bit hesitant about you know, putting my eggs all in one basket, basically. And we're going to try to be a little bit careful about that now, because I don't want to... I don't really want to jump the gun too much. So what we're going to do first of all as well is I'm actually going to equip her, because I didn't think that she was actually going to be placed in the battle, because she's at the bottom of the party list. But she was. And that is not good. We obviously do not want that, because she is going to... She has no gear. She has no gear, of course. I didn't expect her to be in there, so I didn't think to give her any, but... There you go. Alright, so we're just going to give her a bunch of very, very nice gear. Actually, significant amounts. Look at that. Pretty nice. And she has no weapons. She has no weapons. Okay, that's quite funny. Does she have, what does she have? She has athletics, polearm, two-handed, tactics, engineering, steward. Okay, actually an extremely efficient character right here. But she doesn't have any throwing skill. And she has no bow skill, no crossbow skill, no nothing like that. I guess I could just give her some legendary hooked javelins if we wanted her to use that. But the question is, what do we want to actually have her use in terms of her melee weapon? I think we'll probably just give her... We'll probably give her one of these. Yeah, probably something like this. And then we'll give her a masterwork lance, because she is a polearm person. And then we'll give her some thrown weapons. And she's actually already in possession of a banner as well, which is actually quite nice. Wait a minute. Does she have any riding skill? No. Okay, so that's terrible. So the lance is terrible. So we will just literally give her some additional throwing weapons, and that's it. So she will be just literally infantry, skirmisher or something like that, and she won't be a horseman or anything, which is absolutely fine. I don't have a problem with that. So let's go over here. Let's see what we can do. Let's see. What can she use? Decrease shield damage taken. That's actually kind of terrible. Okay, so decreased range damage taken. Okay, this is... It's such a weird way to describe it. Okay, well, it's fine. It's okay. Yeah, range damage taken. There we go. Okay, so now she's obviously fully kitted out, which is great. And let's actually see what happens here. Do you think these guys are gonna... No, no, that's what I thought. Are they gonna... Oh, are they really all going in there? That is hilarious. Okay, the question is, are they going to immediately... Are they going to sally out? That's the question, because they weren't in there before, and if they do sally out now, then we're going to have to deal with about 700 troops, which is quite harsh. Ah, they're actually going in again. Okay, well, that's absolutely fine.
I don't know you.
There you go. This is actually hilarious. This is actually one of the ways that you can kind of manipulate the AI a little bit, just to kind of make it a little easier on you if you're super outnumbered. Because obviously in the time, think about it, in the time that I'm doing this, our forces, our vassals, they are absolutely destroying everything in sight. As you can see, they took Varagos Castle? Really? Oh, okay. How did they do that? They were at Ataconia. Okay, well, whatever the case. They are indeed besieging Ataconia right now and doing a very, very good job at it, mind you.
I've caught you.
And there you go. Oh, look at this. Hello there, sir. Okay, so he's now come in here. This is fantastic. This is a great, great situation to be in. And I think we can probably, yeah, we could probably just go straight on in. I don't think we really need to worry. And I was going to say, the question is, what kind of battlefield are we going to get? We got the same one. Ooh, we're getting some nice kills with our thrown weapons here. Maybe we can actually, oh yeah, these guys are actually meaning quite some business. So I got to be a little bit careful there. Nice. Ooh, see, now that's what I'm talking about. That was a nice snipe, if I do say so myself. That was pretty good, because we made sure that a high-tier unit, especially even a Lord, was eliminated. And we didn't have to worry about them, you know, randomly running around being annoying. I'm actually going to tell my cavalry to come back here. I'm not entirely sure why they're even over there, to be honest. But, yeah, they apparently wanted to for some reason. And, let's see. I'm looking for someone a little bit higher level. I see someone. Ah, missed. Okay, well, unfortunate for me, eh? Unfortunate for me. Okay, so my archers are for some reason charging ahead. I don't know why they're doing that either. They don't need to charge, and they shouldn't be charging. I need to eliminate these camel riders. They're actually kind of difficult for the AI to deal with as far as I have remembered. Let's kill that guy as well. Okay, perfect. Okay, so now we are in position. So what we're going to do is we are just going to go over here, put these guys into a shield wall, kill that fellow, and then we'll just go to town on the opponent. Whoa, that was damage. Wow, that was actually hilarious, because I think he blocked that, but I must have crushed through his block or something. I'm not entirely sure. It feels to me like that must have been what happened. My archers are hiding behind that rock over there, which is not exactly great, but my infantry are the main powerhouse of the army, technically, so I don't think we really need to worry too much, but let's get our archers ahead anyway, just to make sure that we have some assistance. I am taking a lot of damage here as well, which is not exactly great. Okay, so shall we go for the charge? Do we want to go for the charge? I don't think so, not yet. Let's do a little bit of extra depletion of the enemy's forces first, and then we'll see. I think we should be okay, right? It does seem decent-ish. Yeah, seems pretty decent to me. I mean, we've already eliminated 75. They're only going to start retreating at around 100 losses, as far as I can tell. That's usually what tends to happen if you get a massive advantage to begin with. And then they will, you know, generally go at around that time. Let's see whether that is actually the case. Yep, it does seem as that, yep, as soon as we went to 105, they're now starting to retreat, which is perfect. So now we are going to tell all our forces to charge, and we're just going to press the advantage. That's it. We're just going to press the advantage as much as we can, and we're going to make them, well, rue the day that they did things to us, as in attacking us, and so on. Because these fellows literally, I mean, look at them. They are so incredibly low level. It's actually hilarious. It's very, very funny to see them be so incredibly bad. Actually, you know what? Let's tell our infantry to hold fire as well. I don't really want them to just throw their axes, because as we've seen in previous episodes, when they throw their axes, it can be extremely devastating, but it needs to have the right situation, right? You need to have people that are a little bit further away from your forces, and you need to have them be infantry mostly, not archers, because if they did have archers, then it would be kind of, well, that would be dangerous. Because then obviously your thrown weapons are going to have too short range, and the archers are going to shoot you, and it's going to be terrible. So yeah, that's the kind of thing I'm talking about. Anyway, as you can see, their morale is in the dumps. We are basically here, and this is victory. Pretty much. There you go. Yep, they were going for the retreat, and that's it. Alright, so we're getting a very, very small amount of renown right now, but that's obviously not the main purpose of what we're doing here. The main purpose of what we're doing is just taking every single person prisoner that we can and trying to maintain our forces as much as possible. All we want to do is just maintain. That's it. Try to make sure that we have as many units as possible that are surviving every single battle that can possibly be survived. And that's it. That's what we are trying to do. So otherwise, let's have a look here. Okay, so this is all fine. I wonder when is the child going to be born, by the way, because I have no idea what the timing is on that with fast mode. So that's going to be interesting. Yeah, so they're going in again, as you can see. This is very, very nice and simple. Unfortunately, we are going to have a bit of an issue here. Oh, whoa, we had a bit of a lag spike right there. I'm actually going to save because I'm a bit worried about that that lag spike. A bit worried that we might get a crash or something like that, or my PC might just reset itself again. It's been doing that. Yes, hopefully it won't do that while I'm doing this. Okay, well, I have saved now, so if it does, at least it's saved, right? So that's fine. Okay, so let's just have a look-see here, because these guys, they seem quite dangerous. Yeah, they are. Okay, yes. As you can see, these people have 14 looters and 19 Imperial recruits. I'm obviously joking. Some of them have pretty dangerous units. Some of them have a couple of Imperial elite cataphracts and things like that, so might be a bit dangerous. But I think we should be fine. And obviously, as you've seen, they have about, what is it, 1 day? I think they only have 1 day worth of food remaining. So this is perfect, because that means as soon as we start starving out the garrison, everything is going to fall into place. Now, we do have to still play relatively carefully here, and this is obviously something I'm not a big fan of. I don't really like. It's funny, because obviously if I'm playing carefully, usually we're ending up winning, right? Usually, not always, but usually. And winning is fun, right? Or should be fun, right? Yeah, I mean, it is, of course, to a certain degree. It's not everything, but winning is definitely enjoyable to do, especially when the enemy is trying to take you down so badly, right? But now, here's the thing. When we are in a situation like this, I would actually prefer to have a different battlefield every single time, because obviously right now we're playing on the same battlefield yet again, which I don't really mind. I mean, the battlefield is quite fun to a degree, so I guess I don't have to worry about it too much, but I would like some variety. And as you can see, she's dead. This guy's dead. Let's actually see if I can snipe someone else. Ooh, I need to kill that guy? Oh, what? That was a terrible strike right there. But yeah, as you can see, they do have some Imperial Elite cataphracts. And these... Ooh, I really needed to eliminate more of those. Okay, I'm going to charge. I'm literally going to charge my infantry right now, because I need to move my my archers into a different position. And I'm going to literally leave my forces to do whatever they think is best. As in, I'm going to literally just have them use their thrown weapons if they want to, and charge people if they want to, and all that stuff, because we've got so many enemy cavalry around here. I need them to be as reactive as possible. I need them to think to themselves, yeah, I need to murder this guy with my axe or something. I need them to think quickly, rather than consistently being like, oh yes, I'm going to just hold position here and hold my shield up, and that's it. I don't want them to do that. I want them to be as effective as they possibly can be against these guys. So bringing out their spear if they need to. I mean, obviously they do have a spear, and they are very effective at using it. I think they are. I don't know. I think so. It feels to me like they are. Let's tell my cavalry to charge in. They are all the way back there. Are they all the way back there? I actually don't know where my... Oh no, my cavalry is in amongst us right now, so that's absolutely fine. That's actually perfect. And I believe they are already retreating. Is that true? It might very well be that... Yes, they are actually retreating. See, now this is exactly the funny... This is such a funny thing, because think about what just happened here. We lost 0 people. We lost 0 people. And the reason why we lost 0, why is it? Why did we lose 0 where we actually lost people beforehand? Is it because we literally just went and charged the opponent, even though they actually had stronger units than we have faced in quite some time? Kind of weird. Not sure why that would be the case, but clearly it was. Clearly it was because of our charge order, which is very strange. I don't really know why that would be happening like that, because generally if you are in a shield wall, you generally have a much greater efficiency, but apparently not this time. Anyway, shortly after the loot is distributed, you come across several of your men rubbing the edges of the coins that you paid them against a rock. You recognize what they're doing, clipping or shaving off a bit of the silver to melt down in the hope that no one will notice. Okay, I see. Let's see. Show them a few tricks from your rogue's repertoire. I think we'll probably do that. That sounds pretty fun. Okay, so yeah. Otherwise, let's see. Is there anything else that I can do here? Oh, I leveled up. Oh, interesting. Oh, it's been a while since I've leveled up, hasn't it? Okay, so technically I could... Yeah, I could get more leadership. Could get some charm skill. Don't need charm skill, I guess, anymore. Medicine skill. I could get medicine skill. I mean, walk it off is always good. I think someone actually just recommended that to me recently. But yeah, walk it off is actually very, very good. Obviously. See, now, the funny thing about walk it off is that it's only after every single offensive battle. And the reason why that may not apply to us right now, at least in this situation, is because we're actually the ones being attacked every single time. So technically this is not an offensive battle, but I see your point. I see why you recommended that. And I'm thinking right now, Veterans Respect. That's probably not even good, to be honest. We could also get Shipmaster skill. The question is, do we want Shipmaster skill or do we want something else? I think I'll go for leadership, actually. I want Veterans Respect, even though this isn't really going to be that effective for us right now. But just think about this. If we go onto the ocean waves and we see some Sea Raiders and we just go, yeah, you know what, let's attack them. And we attack them, we do an auto-resolve, we take the Sea Raiders prisoner, we convert the Sea Raiders to our party, they level up eventually, and then we have the opportunity to, well, convert them into noble units. And I think that could be kind of useful, right? At least I feel like that could be kind of useful. Okay, so these guys are annoyingly going to be attacking me right now. This fellow is doing some weird stuff. I'm not going to go into another battle against these guys in this area, so I am actually just going to take them prisoner the old-fashioned way, doing a nice little auto-resolve there. And yeah, we'll otherwise... they have so many people there now. This is the problem, you see. They have so many people there now that what's going to happen is if we go in now, I'm almost 100% certain they will sally out. I think they will sally out. So the question is, should I leave? Yeah, might work. Just keep an eye on these. Yeah, look. All the icons have gone. That's it. That's what we wanted. So now we're going to go back in there and we are going to... Yep, one day. Look at that. How perfect is this? How perfect. Absolutely wonderful. So what we can now do is, because we've basically just shed the garrison of a whole bunch of people. What is this? Disavow tithe on keels? Okay. That's interesting. I'm not sure why we'd want to do that, but yeah. Okay, this is going to be a problem. Yeah, they're going to go in again. Yep, there you go. They're coming in. All right, that's absolutely fine. Let's actually just... What is this? The ruler's clan receives 15% of the revenue from ship sales of other clans. Okay, we're going to disavow that, I guess. I don't really want to say no to them because, I mean, I guess I don't... I mean, I don't need the cash, but I thought it was quite a fun I thought it was quite a fun policy, so that's the only reason why I was, you know, using it to begin with. I thought to myself, yeah, this is great, this is fun. I don't need the cash though, obviously. So there you go. I guess we'll just, you know, leave it the way it is. Okay, so let's actually see what happens here. So these guys are going to come in. Should I just do another auto-resolve straight away? I don't really want to go in again in the same battle. I feel like that's very repetitive, so I don't really want to do that. So attackers ran away, absolutely perfect. We already leveled up our leadership skill so dramatically already. Ah, Salia actually died. Wow, that's kind of crazy. Are you serious right now that all these guys literally got in? Okay. Oh, that is funny. That is very, very funny. Okay, so I'm literally just going to do the same thing again, where I'm just going to move away. And as you can see, we can now level these guys up. Now we can decide what we want to do. We can level them up into Sturgian Druzniks, or we can level them up into Nord Berserkers. They can only level into Nord Berserkers. I see. So they actually level up into Sturgian noble units, which I will actually choose instead of the Nord Berserkers, even though Nord Berserkers are actually, in my opinion at least, quite decent. Let's actually see what happens here. Arion is in there, unfortunately, but everyone else is not, so this is good. And they've actually run out of food, as you can see. They've run out of food. So now the starvation mechanic is going to start kicking in. Now, the problem is, obviously, with auto-resolving, we did end up losing quite a few more troops than we would have if we had done the manual... Oh. Really? Okay.
Halt.
Okay. Yeah, we can't auto-resolve against this. We can't auto-resolve against this. This is going to be way too dicey to do that. I mean, technically, I think we would still win, but we don't really have that much tactic skill in general, so it is kind of detrimental for us to do it. So, yeah, not great. Okay, yeah, I'm not a big fan of fighting on this map. As I've said, I don't mind doing it a few times, but obviously doing it again... It's not exactly fantastic, but yeah, we'll see if we can pull out a victory. Wow, what can I say? What can I say about this apart from wow? Because these guys are going for it. They are absolutely 100% going for it. I literally got charged by thousands of their cavalry. I'm not even talking. I'm exaggerating a little bit there, but yeah. You know what we're gonna do? I'm actually going to charge. I'm actually going to charge my infantry. I am going to be hyper-aggressive here. I think that is probably going to be fine. I could be wrong, but if you look and see exactly what's happening here, you see exactly where the enemy's archers are. We're actually going to be doing some damage against those in just a second. I'm going to very quickly just go over here and do some damage. I'm going to literally stand right next to these guys. Yeah, as you can see, they're all switching to melee now because they don't want me to kill them that easily. So, yeah, that's fine. Not a problem. As long as I distract them a little bit, that's all I really want. As you can see, big damage coming in. Very, very nice for us to do this. My forces are completely destroying them right now. Martira is getting some really, really nice kills as well. Very nice to see that, even though technically she shouldn't really be doing that in her condition, but you know, it's fine. She's a fighter for sure. And I am actually getting focused down now by the crossbowmen, so I will have to get out of here. And I'm going to tell my cavalry to charge in, tell my archers to get over there as well. And I think we're fine. I think we're actually fine. Look at this. Look at what has happened just now. We just killed 200 of them. And the main reason, you know the main reason why that happened is because of the environment. You see exactly what's happened here? This rock literally had... I mean, look. This is where the enemy's forces were. They were right here in a line. And they were shooting what? Well, they were shooting a handful of our infantry that were poking out at the top here. But the majority of our forces were hidden by the rock. And I guess Dwayne's really good at hide and seek. Maybe that's what's going on. I don't know. But anyway, the point is, that is exactly the reason why we have achieved such an amazing kill-death ratio. Just purely having these troops in this formation with this environment. I mean, literally, and also obviously charging. That's the reason why I went for that aggressive charge order, because I knew thanks to the wonderful extensive testing that I've done over the, well, I guess last year. I think I've mostly used the rock in the last year or so, and it's so good. It is really, really good. It makes a huge difference because you are fundamentally prevented from crossing over, because obviously look at this rock. I cannot see anyone on the other side of this, and vice versa. And if you can separate your opponent by utilizing a rock like that, you will pretty much always win, because what's going to happen is the enemy is not going to be able to see you, and you are going to reduce the damage taken by probably half, dependent on how many archers, how many infantry, how many cavalry they have. And obviously I'm going to be taking every single one of these guys prisoner. It's actually hilarious how many I'm taking prisoner right now. So let's actually just continue leveling up these guys. I have no idea what to take with these. I guess the Imperial Coast Guard. I actually really like the Mariner units, even though we're not really doing too many naval battles, which is kind of sad, because it would be very, very nice if we could actually get some naval battles. Very nice helmet, new helmet for us right there. That's very, very cool. And I can actually give her a new helmet as well. There we go. That is very, very nice too. And we're gonna just move on. There it is. Okay, so the question is, where is Iltas? Where is Iltas right now? Because if Iltas is nearby, I wouldn't mind if he would actually come and assist me.
Stop there.
Oh, really?
Who are you?
Okay. Oh, and now the... Oh, no. Oh, dear. I literally did so much work to avoid something like this, but this guy literally came out of nowhere. I didn't even see that he was that close. And so, as a result, we now have to fight against the garrison. The garrison does have 42 Palatine Guards, 19 Imperial Sergeant Crossbowmen, and a number of other ranged troops. They do have a few elite cataphracts, which I guess is not that bad, but this is exactly what I wanted to avoid. I did not want to do this, especially considering we now have this again. It's the same battlefield. Why are they making me do the same battlefield? I'm obviously joking. I don't really mind that much, but yeah, despite that fact, we are indeed outnumbered this time, so that's great. Well, one of them's gone down already. I literally just hit him with a thrown weapon and he's dead instantly, so I guess that's pretty nice. Maybe we could do some more damage. That's not the right one. Yeah, I really need to kill this guy if I can. There we go, nice headshot. Okay, so the question is, what do we do here? Well, we're outnumbered, but I think that charging is going to be the way to go here. I think that charging is going to be the way to go. I know it's going to be very dicey, and I generally think it's not a good idea to do this most of the time, because what's going to happen is you're going to have a situation where your forces will be prioritizing offense over their own lives, and that's bad, obviously. That's not what you want. You do not want that. But the thing is, if I can maximize the amount of damage we can do to their cavalry, it will be a fundamental win, and we will be able to do so much more. Okay, not actually doing too badly here. I have to be a bit careful. Oh, hello. What? What are these guys doing? Okay, this is interesting. I'm not sure what they're doing right now. Okay, yeah, I need to be careful. What is going on here? What is going on with all the deaths currently happening? What was that? How did we lose so many people in that short space of time? Because I don't even know who's killing who at that point. Because the cataphracts are not killing that many people, as far as I can tell. It must be the enemy's infantry that are just charging. I assume that to be the case. And we are, I think, still doing fine. Yeah, they have so many elite cataphracts. For some reason, I don't even know why they have so many of these. I looked at the garrison. I guess I should have looked at some of the composition of the vassals. That's probably something I should have done. Let's tell my guys to come back here. Are we... Wait a minute. Did we lose all of our infantry here or something? Because that seems kind of weird. I mean, yeah, sure. You know, charging is an aggressive move. But we were protected quite dramatically by the rock and everything and the environment and all of that stuff. Kind of interesting. All right. I guess maybe it doesn't really work that well in a outnumbered situation, potentially. So we will have to be a bit careful with that in the future, possibly. Okay, I'm going to die here. Am I going to die? If I die, we may have to retreat. Yeah. No, I think we're going to be okay. Let's actually just move my forces like so. Move my cavalry a little bit back here. And I just wish I was full HP, to be honest. If I was full HP in this situation, I think we would have had a great time. We've killed 171. They've killed 70. So we have 100 on them. But the ratio is bad. If this was... If we had, like, I don't know, 30 kills on them, in other words, if they had only killed 30 of us instead of 60, or 70 in this case, I think we would have been okay. But as it stands, you know what? You know what we're going to do? I actually don't know. I actually don't know. Okay, yeah, we're going to tell them to hold fire and charge. We're just going to tell them to hold fire and charge, and then we'll move our archers into an overarching position. Hopefully that's going to help us. And I'm going to die here if I don't take out my shield. Yep, there we go. That pokey from that Mr. Polearm man, he actually would have killed us right there if I didn't block that. Okay, I've got to be... Yeah, I was going to say, I've got to be a little bit careful here, because that was bad. Okay, so I'm thinking right now, we probably want to retreat. Yeah. Because look at what's happening right now. Look at the spread of our forces. Our forces are spread out quite dramatically. Yeah, it's not looking particularly good. I sped up for a little bit there. As you can see, they have 100 kills on us, which is not exactly great in itself. So we are going to have to try to get away here. And we're going to have 60. That's absolutely fine. As I said before, generally, I don't mind losing troops. That is not really something that I have to be super concerned with. And indeed, yeah, we now have this. But the funny thing is, look at their strength now. Look at their strength now. I can literally auto-resolve this. They have nothing. They have nothing. They cannot do anything against us in these situations, and it's just hilarious that they were able to actually do anything against us, you know, beforehand. Just purely because they had the garrison on their side. It's very, very funny. Okay, so the question is, do I... yeah, I want to get rid of some things, so I will have to get rid of some prisoners here. I have to get rid of this. Not a big fan of horse archers, so we'll get rid of them a little bit. Nord Berserkers will have to go a little bit as well, and there we have it. Okay, so let's actually see here. Yeah, so I'm having a big problem with herding right now, because obviously I have defeated so many armies, and I just wasn't expecting to really have any issues with going in, and then they obviously ambushed us, so that's great. Yeah, we're going to have to get rid of all of this. I don't want to be caught out. My herding is going down quite dramatically. That's nice. Okay, so let's see here. Let's get rid of all of these. I need to be careful. I don't really want to get rid of the war mounts if I can help it. I don't mind getting rid of other things. There we go. We got a 0.32, which is okay. And I need to get rid of some of my food as well. Let me actually just sort by type. There we go. Okay, yeah, so let's get rid of all this. There we go. Okay, bear in mind, we don't need money. That's it, okay? We don't need money. That is not the reason why I'm doing this. Okay. Yeah, I need to get rid of some more stuff. So the question is what? I guess these? Yeah, Sumpter horses. Need to get rid of more Sumpter horses, I guess. They're the ones that are causing the most herding, yeah, as you can tell. Okay, yeah, we're going to have to get rid of this. Okay, that's fine. Alright, so now that we have done that, I can head on. The question is, where's Iltas? Is he... No, he's actually not even doing an army anymore. Okay, that's kind of sad. I was kind of hoping he would, but no such luck. Alright, well... There you go. Okay, we lost our daring trait. No, I don't really mind. That doesn't really matter too much. Okay, so the question now is, when is our child going to be born? Because I am very, very much looking forward to that. I just have no idea what the scale is like on fast mode. How long is it going to take? Does it take an entire month? An entire season? I don't know. I'm not entirely sure, but all I do know is that we have a significantly depleted army and I will have to rebuild it. So unfortunately for me, I will be heading back to our home and, well, hopefully in that time we'll get some allies to come and join us potentially, and we'll also have our child. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.